Those are just two of the main brothers who are here at B.Y.C. And of course, we gotta get King Shaw right here, my cousin. That's right.
No doubt. How y'all brothers doing today? My name is King Shaw. I'm the founder of New Black World Order organization. Started right here in Richmond, Virginia, and we basically do the same similar things that B.Y.C did, because I didn't know about B.Y.C until my cousin came back to Richmond and was telling me about some of the things that B.Y.C was about and what they wanted to see the results in the community. And I said, hey, we working along the same frequency, right? We want to build our community up as far as economics, real estate, growing their own food, educating their own children, basically taking us right back to where we actually departed from, which was a great position in life before we came into this predicament that we have here. So today, what I want to talk about with the fellas today is we must be brothers first. That's what I want to talk about, right?
Good time.
A lot of times we have our own particular belief systems, right? And so it may be easy for you to be, if you're a Christian, it may be easy for you to be brothers to another Christian. If you're a 5%er, like my brother Raheem right here, some 5%ers may just feel comfortable being brothers to another 5%er, right? It may be a Hebrew Israelite. Sir? Okay, so some people, what they need to do is that if you became brothers first and you saw black men, decent black men, with good interests and good character, right? Because you can't definitely unite with everything. You're not trying to unite with the child molester. You're not trying to unite with the criminally insane, as they say, right? So we're looking to be brothers first. Whether you Muslim, Christian, Hebrew Israelite, 5%er, Moorish American, Nation of Islam, Rasta, we really don't care nothing about the labels, right? We want to peel the label back, right? And we want to see what that container looks like without a label on it.
Come on,
right?
Come on.
And if we can be brothers at that label, or at that level, right? If we can be brothers at that level, then later on, I can see past the label and see a brother.
Absolutely.
Right? And I can accept your label more so now because I understand that you understand as I understand that we got to be brothers first.
That's right.
Absolutely.
In order to build a community together, I got to see you as my brother.
You have to.
Right?
No doubt.
And you're going to have to see me as your brother. We don't have nothing in common. Right?
No, we don't.
So if you're a Christian and I'm a Muslim, we might can't find nothing in common. We might can't. But if we look for it, we probably can find a lot of reasons to see something in common.
Oh, trust me, my brother.
The principles of brotherhood is one thing that we all need. It's a necessity.
We all are striving for the same thing.
Right. So earlier when I was, because I want to talk about brotherhood, right? When I was in the Nation of Islam, I was taught that a brother is one who wants for his brother what he wants for himself.
Oh, yes, sir.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Now I wanted to add something to that. A brother is a brother to somebody when he wants for his brother the best things that he wants for.
Go ahead. That's right.
Because some of us may not want nothing for ourselves. And some of us among us want that nothing for you. So I'm looking for a brother who has my best interest at heart.
Go ahead. That's right.
Okay, so we want to give some scenarios.
Come on.
We want to give some scenarios. Can I leave you around my wife and children?
Okay.
Woo.
If I can't leave you around my wife and children,
that's right. Come on.
You can't be my brother.
Absolutely.
Go.
If I drop $20 on the ground and walk away from you, and you don't stop me and say, brother, you dropped your money. We can't possibly be brothers.
That's right.
So I'm looking for the guy that I can leave around my wife and kids.
Absolutely.
I'm looking for the guy that if I drop my wallet or I drop my watch or I leave my bag somewhere, he's not going to steal it.
Good point.
So we're looking for men of character.
Yes, sir.
And we know we're coming to people who have character,
Absolutely.
but they run astray. right? So we're not saying that you have to be perfect to come to help us build a community, but we want to meet you where you at. We want to dust you off. We want to see what it is that you really have at the core of you.
Excuse me, my brother. That's part of the building.
Right, that's part of the building.
Absolutely.
Right, so we got to be brothers first.
Right.
Again, I run into this all the time. I run into Hebrew Israelites. I run into, especially some Hebrew Israelites. Now I don't want to pop on them or act like I'm picking on them.
Right.
But, you know, some of them can't accept me if I say I'm an African. Right? But our enemies that selected us and selected us for to do hard labor in America, they didn't do that because we was Hebrew Israelites. They didn't choose us because we were Muslim. They didn't choose us because we might have been Rastas. They didn't choose us for that demise based on a particular label. Right? So we got to see each other just like we are. Because if I take a peanut butter jar and put a jelly label on it,
absolutely,
is it jelly?
No way.
No, sir.
No way.
Okay, so I told this story before, and this is what we got to do. And this sort of what Minister Louis Farrakhan is trying to raise us to the level of seeing with the Million Man March, right? And what we were supposed to be doing since the first Million Man March, right? Build your community. Yes, sir. Build your community is exactly what the minister wanted people to go back and do. New Black World Order is the exact thing in Richmond. Our Black Unity Day we have every year at the park, right? We bring together all different groups because we have, those of us who do come together, we understand that we must be brothers first.
Yeah.
That's right, brother.
To build our community, do we have to be Christian first?
No, sir. No, sir.
See, I'm ordained Christian.
Yes, sir, and welcome, my brother Christian.
Ordained
do we
Christian.
have to be Muslims to be brothers?
No, sir. No, sir.
That's the AKA.
Do we have to be Bloods?
No, sir.
Do we got to be Crips to be brothers first?
No, sir.
No, sir.
What you got to be?
Brothers
first.
Got to be brothers first.
Yes, sir. Got to.
And we have to be a member of the Black nation.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Right? This meeting is a men's meeting. Right? We're not going to rush to bring the sisters in right now. Right? Because we know how brothers are.
Absolutely.
We bring the sisters in. Next thing you know, we can't be brothers first. So we got to be brothers first. Let's not treat our brothers the way some Americans treat the fireman.
Right.
Remember, the fireman works 4 days on, 3 days off, right? Now, while he in the station, who tried to creep his wife? But here's the man that'll run in a burning building to what?
Save your life.
To save you. So that's what we're talking about. If we're going to build a community is made up of families, right? Man, woman, and what?
Child.
Right? That's a unit.
Right.
Absolutely.
Right? Now, who would want to break that up? Somebody that's not your brother.
Absolutely.
Right? We can't even talk about doing real estate together until we be what?
Brothers first.
We can't, because if you're not a good brother, you definitely won't be a good business partner.
That's right. Good point. Good point.
I don't need, you understand what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. I want to build a brotherhood first, so we can build what? Our community.
That's right.
Right?
That's
so
right.
that we can eventually set up a state, a territory, right? And then eventually we can build a new Black world order where brotherhood is established on an international what? Level. Right, because we should be getting money, not just right here in Richmond, just right here in America.
That's right.
We don't need to just be getting real estate in Richmond.
That's right.
We just don't need to be getting real estate in America. We should be getting money and owning real estate on all 7 continents.
Yes, sir.
We should have brotherhoods and the power of brotherhood in every state in the United States of America and every country on the planet Earth. That's what we got. That's our goal. But it got to start right where?
Somewhere.
Start right here. Right here.
right?
Absolutely.
And once they see us growing, when they see Crips, Bloods, Christians, Muslims, Jews,
Oh, man.
Rastas,
Come on, man.
all kind of people come together, right?
Absolutely.
Even with their labels, they still come together because they know once you peel that label back, we all the same, right? Do the police lock the Bloods and Crips and put them in the same cell?
No, sir.
Huh?
No, they don't.
But they're in the same facility.
Right, they're in the same
What I'm saying,
facility.
they incarcerate them in the same facility.
Yeah.
Right.
Did you say, excuse me, my brother, did you see the movie First Time Felon?
No, I haven't seen it.
With B.Y.C, and he was a Blood, he was a Crip, and the other brother, Trench was a Blood.
Is first precinct beefing with second precinct.
Right.
They both unite together to lock up Blood and Crips.
Absolutely.
Right, so why are you fighting yourself? If the people that's gunning at y'all ain't fighting themselves. That make sense? So it's the same thing why is a Christian fighting against a Muslim? Why is a Muslim fighting against a Hebrew Israelite? Why the Hebrew Israelite can't accept you if you call yourself African?
Yes,
you know why? Because we won't talk to be brothers first. We were taught to be Hebrews first. We were taught to be Christians first. We were taught to be Jews first. We were taught to be Masons first. We were taught to be now they want to be, I don't know what they want to be today, but what I do understand is that we have a hard time seeing the necessity of being what?
Brothers first.
Right? Now, I may have woke up this morning, like I said earlier. You probably woke up with no money, I probably woke up with no money. Or either we woke up with some money and we got to pay some bills.
Right.
I got some money, but I can't let some of it go. So you meet me tomorrow, you say, all right, brother, we had that meeting yesterday, can you give me $20? Am I wrong if I don't have it?
No, you're not.
Am I now talking a bunch of bull jive today? No, but that's what we got. We got to get our emotions right too.
Yeah.
Because you got to want for your brother what you want for yourself in the best way.
That's right.
I have to be in the best of your interest first.
Right.
Before you can deal with me.
Right. Yes, sir.
I just want to interject. Like B.Y.U stands for building your community.
B.Y.C.
The first community that you got to build is yourself. First and foremost. And the reason that I stress this is because that cliche, wanting for one's brother as you want for yourself, I think that's it's kind of misinterpreted by individuals.
It is not as detailed as it should be.
Or more so, exactly, it's not made as clear as it's supposed to be clear. To want for my brother, the same way I apply myself, mentally, as far as with the tools that I have to obsess or, obtain this, that, and the third, is the same trait that I want my brother to have. But me having $20 in my pocket and my brother needing that $20, I got a family, I got needs that I have to take care of myself.
So
but I'm going to teach you, I'm going to make sure that I aid and assist him in developing his mental so that he's able to do it for himself. That's what it's all about, teaching the individual how to do it themselves, self-saving.
That's true.
Me, myself, I don't want to get this twisted. I don't want a brother to think if I jump off a mountain, he has to jump too.
Right.
This is not what this is about.
It's not about building a yes man group.
Exactly.
Exactly. True fact.
No, I think it's more about building avenues for our brothers, because most people don't have opportunities, doorways open. So what we're trying to do is build our community. I want to. It start with one person. If I make it the seed, everybody as they grow up, everybody can eat off it, just like a plant, any plant, a corn seed, know. Right. So if I use a corn as example, if I grow up the plant, but I make it strong, I have food for everybody,
Right.
That's the avenues and the doors that I'm going to open up as we build our community, That's what B.Y.C all about, And then we're going to start with everything, anything,
Right.
There's shirts, our shirt business, the boxing, and you got to interest our brothers first, because once you catch their mind and you get their time, then you can do anything. You know what I'm saying? That's our main goal, the B.Y.C. You know what I'm saying? And that's my main thing. like even when he said about I don't have the $20, we gonna have avenues where you're gonna get the $20.
Exactly.
Well, we gonna show you
Exactly.
that it's hard work and everything. Oh, you ain't gonna get it for free, my brother. You trying to work? You got some goals.
Right.
You got distance in the
Because we do have business packs.
Yeah.
Right. With Black World Order, we have the homemade lotions, right? We have the oils, so we got business packs.
Absolutely.
I got business packs that's starting as low as $20 I can get you on your feet. Right. But I also have business packages that goes up to $500. Like with the lotion bottle, let me show you this one. Like if you wanted to start your own, business, right? Right. You see this label right here? We can put your company name, right, with your telephone number, right? With your telephone number, right? And all you got to do, you don't have to bottle nothing up. You don't have to label nothing up. We do it all for you.
Okay.
All you got to do is purchase a business package that fits your finances, and you can get started. That's what we want to do for people: produce jobs, produce ways that they can make money. But I brought that other part up. There may be times when you can't, at that particular time, help a person, and they shouldn't take that as, because our people are emotionally wounded. They're going to come to us emotionally wounded. They're going to come to us thinking that we are social services. Right. We are offering services, right, to help you socially become better, but we're not social services, right? We can't afford to give away stuff free on a day-to-day basis until we can build up
Absolutely.
money, because it's going to take finance to what? To uplift anything.
Absolutely.
Right? So again, like what he was saying, finding what? Avenues to get that money to you.
Right, and I want to intervene, my brother. My way of finding these avenues is we are going to start this B.Y.C thing, but where I'm going with it is I'm not going to be the one to finish it. I'm going to have these youths out here in this community. They are going to finish my work for me, because it's all about them. You feel me? It's just like pay it forward. You ever seen pay it forward? One thing I know about our brothers, our real brothers, one thing I do know is one brother is not going to let another brother outdo him. Once he see that this brother is progressing, then we're going to see more and more. You get these right guys out here in the field with the right idea, you're going to see movement. You're going to see a lot of movement, brother.
Right.
Yeah, but
you're going to see the right move.
I just had something to interject on, but
yeah.
I really want to do it because we got to give our brothers in our community a taste of something different. Most people don't. If you never get the taste, how you know what it's like? You know? So that's what I really want to do. And hard work. We going to really, everybody be in our community, our program, the B.Y.C, they going to have to put back into the B.Y.C. You know? That's either from hard work or whatever. Everything we do is going to be to build us back up, you know? And that's the main goal, you know what I'm saying? Nobody outdo ourselves. If one shine, we all.
Okay, so now, again, what is the mission, right, of B.Y.C, right? We know that our children are dying in the streets of Richmond. Right? We know that regentrification is taking place in Richmond. If you notice in Churchill, they buying up all the property that has become cheap because of our degenerate behavior.
Letting it go.
Right? We trapped so hard in Richmond that we drove the price of properties down. And the same people that's moving in came and brought those properties, right? And they're snatching them up. As soon as we can get us about a good 100 men, that can come together, unite and pool their resources right here in Richmond. Because you know, we can get 100 men.
Absolutely. Easy.
We can get it. Say it again.
Easily.
Right. Well, if you can believe it, you can what? Achieve it. So now, there are a lot of houses out here, all throughout Richmond. We got, this brother got a trade. This brother got a trade. So once we become brothers first and we pool our resources and our talents together, we can begin to go to the neighborhoods that we helped destroy. We can begin to go back to the neighborhoods that we helped, I'm going to say it again, destroy.
Yes, sir.
Right? Because it's about repairing the damage, right? Because a part of your restoration, a part of your restitution for what you went through is about repairing the damage, right? And if you're honest, you helped lead the community in the wrong way, right? You just coming out the streets, right? You just finished trapping, etc., etc. So you helped add it to the blight of the community, right? Which helped add it to the depreciation of the value of the property in the community. You can just about tell when a people believe in themselves and love themselves, it will reflect in the beautification of the community, right? So once we can become brothers first, because a lot of the deviant behaviors was a result of us not being brothers. I'm going to stick that name, I'm going to catch him slipping, I'm going to hit him, etc., etc. So we went back and forth with hatred, till it reverberated such a nasty energy that a $100,000 house went down to $30,000. And the people that's coming to take your neighborhood, they became brothers and sisters. That's why they got the unification and the money to move in. So how do you counter it?
Put the stores on every corner.
Exactly. Exactly. We should have had, and we can get those stores. Trust me, brother, if we unite and pool our resources together, I guarantee you we're going to get those stores. Right? We're going to get that property, we're going to get those stores, and we're going to literally take this acronym, B.Y.C, build your community, and bring it into a reality. Right? Because brotherhood is the basis of how you build a community. Right? If your wife and your children, and particularly the children in the community, if they can't see a group of men operating as brothers, then how else would they react? How else would they carry out their day-to-day activities in their community other than the way of an enemy? Right? We are told, or we've been told, that the white man is our open enemy.
Absolutely.
Well, who is our hidden enemy? Somebody that look like you.
They look just like me.
Right?
Absolutely.
They laid and wait on God. The ones that look just like you.
Absolutely.
They laid and wait on Elijah. Ones that look just like you. So again, the vetting process, come on in, brother. The vetting process is about finding those brothers who want for their brothers, but they want for themselves in the best way. That's what we're talking about.
Right.
Because if you are not about building your community, then you have to be about destroying your community.
True indeed.
All right? Peace and blessings. You want to add on to some, God?
Now, in regards to shaping the motive of individuals that, because we know that brotherhood, despite or once it takes place or before it takes place on the physical aspect, it must take place in the mental first. So we must have a mutual understanding. In most cases, is putting aside, like I said, religious ideologies or your belief system. Because your belief system is going to determine what moves you. And if you taking the time to get your own personal community right, then you should be able to show me how you got it right. That's the best part of understanding. Be able to step out of your shoes. Example, yo. Right. Exactly. Being able to step out of your shoes and show another brother why I see it in the manner that I see it. And make it applicable to his life. This how we live it, because one thing you got to do is be able to speak the language of the people. And know and understand that language is not just limited to words. It's also manifested through your ways and actions. You got to be able to walk and talk. Some individuals, once they get educated or become conscious, it's condescending to them to get down and dirty to go get the same individuals. Brother,
so they become YouTube and internet.
Exactly, and it's like it's condescending to get down and dirty to save an individual. Their dialect change up. I don't use this word. You're not speaking the language of the people. How do you think you're going to go out there and spit at them young thugs on the corner? All cleaned up. Perfect example. I'm one of them. Individual used to come around. This was in '86. He used to come around, clean tie, bow tie and everything. When he came spitting the knowledge to me, I didn't want to hear it. Dude, you need to get from around here for them youngins come stick you up. But as soon as he grew out his little hair and came around with a black in his mouth with his hoodie on,
and tried to be
the same truth that he was previously spitting to,
was more loud.
I was exactly because